Just giving a walk around for the car to give you an update. There's the engine. As you can hear, it's operating perfectly fine. That hasn't even been tuned yet. So when it's tuned, well, it's been tuned, but it hasn't been my level of tuning, you know what I mean. So it's got a tiny little bit of tuning left to do on it. But that is running fine. Gearbox is running fine. All the fluids are fine. So we give the car a clean, but it could do with a good deep polish. That's with the wheels on as well. That's the full interior. Everything works as you'd expect. And when we first put the wheels on, we thought the car looked a bit low, but only compared to modern cars. It's actually the perfect stance. It is very, very pretty. And it's not a horrible blary exhaust, it just gives a lovely tone. And there's the original static belts for the passenger side and the driver's side. All the gauges work correctly. Heater works. 12-volt socket works. And the brand new door cards look absolutely beautiful. Little pin and Farina badges set off the back wing perfectly. As you can see, the engine revs quite smoothly. Brand new bottle, brand new battery as well. We did have the original battery, which we had some problems with, unfortunately, which is a pity because it was the original battery. So unfortunately we had to get a new one, which is a pity, but you know, there's not much you can do to save batteries once they decide that they want to die. Managed to get the little Italian plate sorted for you. Still can't get anywhere that will do the rear one, but the front one, oddly enough, I had no problems with. Now, I need to go through the list of things that still need doing on this car. I'll just go around and switch the engine off. Okay, right, things that still need doing on this car. There is a problem with the braking system. There's two flexi lines at the front, one on either side. The calipers work perfectly, but when we put pressure through the flexi lines, bearing in mind that they are the original flexi lines, they both collapsed. Which is something that, it's one of those things where you don't know it's going to happen until you put pressure in the system. And they both just decided to completely collapse. So we've got brand new Goodridge, which are top quality flexi lines on order. They'll be delivered on Tuesday. Once those are delivered, that's the braking system done. The servos both work, the reservoirs don't leak. It's simply the flexi lines, which is really irritating. And I would have them quicker if it wasn't the weekend. The other problem we're having is the clutch. Now, I did mention that we needed a new clutch master cylinder and a new clutch slave cylinder, and we've got those and fitted them, and they both work. But we think the flexi line has collapsed as well, and it's quite common for the original flexi lines to do this. Again, it's unfortunate, but it's not something that you can know about until you actually put pressure through the system. Most of the time they hold quite well, but if it's a system that's not been maintained by a previous owner, then it tends to collapse, unfortunately. So basically we are waiting for a load of flexi lines to be delivered. All the lights work, all the electrics work. It's just really irritating that there's these tiny small things that have held the entire thing up. So they're going to be delivered on Tuesday. Also, won't have to order this because I do have them in stock. The starter motor it works, but it's quite lazy, as I'll demonstrate. See, I don't know if you heard that, but when you start the car, it should be like a constant blum 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 until it starts, but it's the starter motor that's on it, which is the original one, is struggling quite a bit. So if you could hear that there, it's struggling quite a bit, and sometimes it won't turn the engine over. You can get the engine started, but it needs a lot of coaxing. So I do have some starter motors here, and I'm going to swap that over. So it's 3 flexi lines and a starter motor. If all goes to plan, that will not take me very long to do. But as you can see, I thought I made this video for you so you can see the car is complete, and it runs and it drives. Obviously I can't drive it out of here because I've got no clutch at the moment, or no clutch travel anyway, so you can't select gears. But no, the engine runs. Tired starter motor, so it's sometimes difficult to get it started, but like I say, I'll change that. Yeah, I just thought I'd make this video to give you an update.